Recording.
Hi guys, thank you guys so much for getting on. I know that this was a little bit of an awkward time, but we are I'm traveling right now, so that's why I'm in the car right now. I'm on an RV trip with my kids, but I am so excited about the two, or I guess it's two different promotions Plexus is running right now with the Go Gold and the Go Silver. Double rank advancement bonuses, and then if you're not holding rank for gold, you can re-earn that $250 bonus for re-ranking. So if you ended last month at 99 points or under, you actually have the opportunity to re-hit that $250 gold bonus. So this is huge. We as a team, I'm sure you guys have seen us talking about it, are starting this 90-day push. And it was Amy's idea, so I have to give her all that credit. But this 90-day push is going to be absolutely amazing for your businesses. This is one of those times in your business where you have to sit down and you have to say, hey, I'm drawing my line in the sand. I'm running for the next 90 days, and I'm making this happen. If you put that sort of effort into your business for 90 days to hit a rank or to hit a goal or to hit, do whatever you can to make it happen in crazy activity for 90 days, can you imagine what your business is going to look like 3 months down the road from now? I mean, this is an incredible time to do it too, especially with, I'm kind of watching the handwriting on the wall with these promotions. Last month it was silver. Now it's silver and gold. I don't know for a fact that it will be senior gold next month, but heck, I'm going to assume that maybe that's the path we're going down. So it's so exciting to be able to lead you guys through and to help you guys use these as tools to absolutely explode your business. So what we're going to talk about today is a little game plan for, first of all, the 90-day push, and then second of all, the gold and silver incentives and how that fits in with our 90-day push. Plexus couldn't have put out a better opportunity for us in this 90-day push than they did with this promotion. So I'm actually going to turn it over to Amy to get started, to kick us off, talk to us a little bit about, how to use this, some goals that we need to be running through and everything else. So go for it, Amy.
All right. Hey, guys. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this 90-day push. I love thinking of where do you want your business to be in 90 days? So that's kind of the first step, right? Even before this silver and gold came out, your first step is 90 days. Where do you want to be? So that's what I want you to write down. If you haven't written it down yet in your gold notebook, so I have two things happening. I have my notebook that I'm writing it down in, and then I just bought this new whiteboard, and I'm going to write my 90-day goal on this diamond. So I want you to write it down. Write down your 90-day goal. The only thing I'm going to be a little pushy about is if you tell me days you want to be silver, I'm going to tell you no, that's not happening. You can get silver before 90 days, okay? So write that down, and then you have to determine what you have to do to get there. So let's say your goal in 90 days is to be senior gold, okay? That's 250 points, right? You need to determine where did you end in July. So let's say you ranked gold in July. You ended with 100 points. But maybe you didn't recruit anybody. July was kind of a slow month, a lot of people on vacation. That means you need from 100 to 250. You need an extra 150 points. So you need to figure out how many ambassadors your team needs to add for you to hit that goal in 90 days. And I want you to write that down. It's very simple math. It doesn't take into account attrition, but that's where we're going to start with, right? So that's what I want you guys to figure out. What's your 90-day goal? But then we're not going to focus on the 90-day goal. We're going to focus on the 30-day goal, all right? So we're going to break it into 30-day chunks. What do you have to do in July to hit that 90-day goal? Now, if you're not sure, if you're brand new, please, you don't have to figure this out yourself. Get with your upline. If your upline's unactive, get with their upline. I know Sarah and I, eventually, if someone gets to us because no one's active, we are happy to project. Here's how I worked my business, guys, though. When I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. Sarah Taylor would just tell me how many people I needed to add. That's what she would do. She would run my numbers, and she would say, all right, you want to hit senior gold. Here's how many people you need to add on your whole team. And so that gives you an idea. Even if you're not a numbers person, you have to know what your goal is. And then you have to have a timeline to it, right? Goals have to be smart. They have to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and they have to have a timeline. So that's what you guys are doing, all right? But then setting the goal isn't enough. You have to actually have activity to get to that goal. And it just so happens that this month with the silver and the gold promotion, which we're going to go over here in a couple minutes, that could tie in really, really well to your 90-day goal. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. But regardless of whatever your goal is, you guys have to be in activity, all right? And what I would like people to do, I would love for you guys who've committed to the 90 days, I would love for you to say, okay, you know what? For the next 30 days, I am working my business hard, and I'm working it every single day. What does that mean? That means first, you have to sit down with your stakeholders. You have to sit down with whoever it is in your life that you are going to be not neglecting, but like, I need to sit down with Steve and I need to have a conversation with him and say, okay, hon, in 90 days, I want to hit diamond. For these next 30, I am pushing hard in my Plexus business. So I'm going to need so many hours every day to work my business. You know, you need to have those conversations with your stakeholders, whether it's your kids, your grandkids, your partner, your spouse, whoever it is, have those conversations. And for the next 30 days, give it your all. If you guys could give at least 1 hour, and we'll talk about power hours here in a minute, but work your business. So figure out, get your calendar. Look, here's what I did. I have my monthly, and if you guys can see everything in pink, that's for the team. All the stuff in black, those are the specials I'm going to run. So write it down, figure out how you're going to do it, okay? Have your conversation with your stakeholders. But then what do you have to do? Guys, you have to make your list. Your list is your lifeline. If anyone has read the book, Get Over Yourself, her chapter 3 is about your list. It was eye-opening for me. Your list is your lifeline. If you've been following on Team Taylor, we're working on our list of 100 this month, right? You need to have your list of 100 people. And did you guys know that research actually shows that everyone knows 600 people? Okay. So you need this master list. You're going to brain dump everyone's names on it. If you are stuck and you can't think of people, go get that book and look at her categories. She has about 50 categories of people, and she recommends you think of 4 people in every category. It's great. But having this list is not enough, you guys. Making the list is great. Rewriting it, organizing it, color coding it, you know, having it by subject, that's all fine and dandy. But your business doesn't grow just by making the list. You actually have to reach out to people. You have to talk to people. So this month in August, for the next 30 days, you guys, if you're serious about your 90-day goal, if you're serious about working this business, you have got to reach out to 3 people a day. Because every time your mouth is closed, your business is closed. Okay? Think of it that way. Every time you're not talking about Plexus, you're not working your business is closed. It's like a sign on your door if you had a brick and mortar store. So when you do a power hour, a lot of you guys might be going for silver. If you're going for silver this month and you're brand new on this call, you do not need to spend an hour every day reaching out to all these people, right? You can get with your upline. We can get you silver, okay? But if you guys are serious about these 90-day goals, and so many people, I'm looking at the names here on the call, so many of you guys have said you're actually going to push for the 20 new ambassadors in 30 days. If that's your goal, you have to talk to 3 to 5 people a day minimum, okay? And these are new people. So you have your list of 100 every day. Reach out to 3 new ones. You guys have got to do that. And it's really no excuses. You just have to decide how hungry you are. Because even though 90 days seems like a long way away, right? My 90 days, the end of October, that's like Halloween. That seems forever. We're still in summer. People still have vacations. If you're not doing activity now, you're not going to meet those goals in October, right? So you have to do the activity now. Power hours are great. Sarah and I have been hosting them every month. We're going to have several on the calendar this month. Even our Plexus business coaches are hosting some power hours. But you guys have to know what to do in those power hours. You really, if you can schedule it, then it's all about your personal business. It's not about your team. It's not about your downline. It's not about your customers. It's not about checking Facebook. It literally is taking your list and talking to people about your business. That's how you work this business like a business. Every day you sit down, even if it's in the pickup line or soccer practice, wherever it is, doesn't matter. As long as you have your list and you are contacting new people. So that's what you guys need to do, because the list isn't any good. I don't care how pretty it is. I don't care if you have 5 pages of 200 names written down. You have to reach out to people. That is what makes the list effective, talking to people. A lot of times, especially when you're kind of new in the business, or maybe you've kind of gotten in the slump a little bit, you spend all of your time perfecting your list, and you spend time thinking about how you're going to reach out to people, but you never really reach out to people. Guys, you don't have to have the perfect Plexus spiel. You don't have to have the perfect thing to say. You don't even have to know anything about our products. I'm serious. We had people who hit silver before they even got their welcome pack. You just have to be bold and excited and confident in getting people to join you on this journey. And then if you're brand new, let your upline do all the talking in a 3-way chat. If you're on this and you've been around for a while, then you know what to say, but you actually don't be afraid to mess up, right? Don't be afraid to talk to people. You have to get out there and share. Now, that doesn't mean puking Plexus on people. So a lot of tips for this month is expanding your network. And some of the ways to expand your network, we all know, right? You go to the suggested friends list, you add people on Facebook. But one thing I like to think about when it comes to expanding your network, and this kind of helps me not puke Plexus on people, I think of it as I'm just looking for new friends, okay? I was telling my team last night that before Plexus, I was the girl that, like, when I went to get my nails done, that was my time. I sat in my chair, didn't want to talk to anybody, especially strangers. Or like if I went to the grocery store, I was in and out, okay? But when you guys are looking to expand your network, you have to be open to new relationships and think of it as making new friends. So when you're at the nail salon, chat to the person next to you. Ask them, hey, do you come here often? Right? That sounds like a pickup line, but ask them, do you have kids? Do your kids go here? Start chatting. Then add them on Facebook. You don't even have to mention Plexus, okay? If you're at what season? I think football season's here now, right? If you're at football practice with your kid and you hear a parent say that this is like the only practice they could make because they've been so busy at work, you can say, hey, you know what? Maybe you should check out what I do. It may not be for you, but you may really like it. I have all the time in the world. Can I get your number and call you later? It's that simple. You don't have to puke Plexus. You don't have to mention Plexus if you look at expanding your network. So that's what you want to be doing this month. Huge, huge, huge activity. Getting your list of 100, but reaching out to people. Don't spend all of August working on your list. You've got to start talking to people. That's going to be the lifeline to your business. Now, with these 2 new incentives from Plexus, they are huge, you guys. This silver bonus, you have got to help your team get to new silver. And this is also good for a lot of wholesalers. A lot of wholesalers weren't interested in the business, but they might share with mom, sister, and best friend for $200, right? So don't assume that, and don't project that people aren't going to be interested in this incentive, and help your silvers get to silver. That's really going to help grow your business. That's going to help you get to your 90-day goal. Now, the big one is gold. And one thing I want to talk about with gold is a lot of people on the team are really excited about this, and I'm excited about it. I love that they're doing it for people who have lost rank so they can re-rank. But guys, remember your 90-day goal. You do not want to shoot yourself in the foot by trying to maybe sign without welcome packs this month just to hit gold. You guys can sign people with welcome packs and get them commission qualified and get points to hit gold. I promise you. I know it can be tempting to sign without welcome packs, but we know, Sarah and I have seen it. We've seen other people in the company. It is just not sustainable. So you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot this month. But what you do want to do is heavy, heavy, heavy recruiting. The sooner you recruit in August, the more time we have to get them commission qualified. And I know, Sarah, you are going to talk about that right now, I think. And here in a minute, she's got some awesome ideas for the team on how people can get their new ambassadors with welcome packs qualified so they can give them the points for gold.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. Yes. So everything that Amy spoke about is just, it's so on point. And I wanted to point out that in Team Taylor, I posted a video called The List of 63. If you guys are a little bit stuck on how to write down your list and what to do to make that list and how to run that list, go check out that video. It's really, really, really good, and it really lays it out for you. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about the business cycles for this 90-day push, right? So we have always heard that what you do now affects your business 90 days from now. So that's why we're doing this as a 90-day push. So the beginning part of that cycle is seed planting. You kind of look at it like a farmer going to harvest, right? You've got to go plant the seeds. You've got to feed the seeds with fertilizer. You got to water them. You got to get them sunlight, then water them again, and blah, 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 blah. That's all your follow-up. But that cycle takes 90 days. So in August and September, you guys need to be really, really focused on this seed planting phase so that your harvest can come in October. And that's when your business explosion will happen, okay? So I just wanted to explain that a little bit. Now, with these promotions that Plexus has given us, I'm going to talk a little bit to the leaders on this team. I want you guys realizing that, say you're a Ruby ambassador listening to this and you're like, well, it doesn't really apply to me because I'm not going gold, I'm not going silver. You guys need to look at this from your team perspective. I want you guys to look in your back office, go into your genealogy report, and get a snapshot of your team. Look at what your team is made up of right now, and who on your team do you know, at least in your levels 1 through 4, minimum 1 through 4. I want you to look at that and figure out who can go for silver, who can go for gold, who on your team could get 6 silvers on their team and go for gold, who is wanting this business and who is wanting to run. And those are the people I want you guys locking arms with this month. So Amy talked a little bit about goal setting. So you've got to kind of take, as a leader, you've got to kind of take the reins and run with your team and help them goal set, help them make their lists, help them start getting into activity, give them opportunities and present the opportunities that we're giving you guys with these power hours and everything going on and all the incentives that we're going to have going on. Help them get plugged in and help them understand what to do. Help them make their 3 contacts a day. Get them in 3-way chats. But it really boils down to the fact that you right now at the beginning of this month need to get organized and realize who you're running with, who is going for these promotions, and who you can help. Take it back to basics with them and help them. So I want you guys, as you're going through, looking at all those silvers and all those golds and help them goal set. Make an activity plan, though, because I firmly, firmly believe that making a goal for gold is not going to happen if you don't have that activity plan that Amy is talking about. The real goal, the real actual goal at the end of the day is what you're doing on a daily basis, what you're consistently doing on a daily basis with those 3 contacts. I want everybody on this call to end at 100 contacts this month. And I know that that sounds scary and daunting, and how the heck will you ever fit that in? That's 3 a day, you guys, with a couple days that have a little bit more when you do your power hours, okay? It's not that scary, and that can include follow-ups. That can include, conversations. These are just conversations with people that are not currently on your team, okay? So I want you guys to recruit early in the month, seed plant early in the month, so that way, towards the end of the month, we can help everybody get commission qualified. I want you guys to set some goals as far as who you're going to get, who's going to recruit in the first 2 weeks of the month, who you're bringing onto your team, how many people you're going to add in 2-week increments. And then one of the plans that we're putting out that's going to help you guys to meet all of your goals and to attain gold and to help all your people get silver and that type of thing. We're doing a 7-day challenge on the 21st, kicking off on the 21st. But you guys, this is going to be set up a little bit different than we normally do them. And this 7-day challenge is going to be one of your biggest tickets to getting your people commission qualified. So as soon as we get off this call, within the hour, I'm going to post a contest for everybody to go into their back office and to purchase 6 7-day trials for this 7-day trial group that we're going to be running. And then I want you guys to either one of 2 things. hand them out to people that you want to be on that 7-day trial, or sell them to people that you want to be on that 7-day trial. You don't have to give everything away, but you can if you want to. Now, I want you to go get 6, because research shows, and we've seen this happen time and time again, that if you have 6 people do the trial, chances are 50% or more are going to end up signing as an ambassador. Some will sign as customers and that kind of thing, but 50% or more are going to end up signing as ambassadors. Guess what that leaves you? That leaves you with 3 new ambassadors. Hello, Silver. Hello, Silver Star. And that's early in the month. Okay, so you want to get these people these 3-day trials early in the month, as early as you possibly can, and that will also get everybody commission qualified. 6 7-day trials gets you commission qualified. So easy peasy, and that is a very easy way as you're onboarding people. If they're telling you, hey, I would love to get my products paid for, or hey, I would love to make this a business, get them to purchase their welcome pack, but at sign up also get them to purchase 6 7-day trials and join in on this group as well. This is going to be what takes your business to the next level, helps new people get silver straight off the bat, because we're going to help them sign everybody during that 7-day trial group. So this is going to be a really, really big tool this month to be able to use. And of course, we want you using the happy hours and all the other events and the power hours that we have as well. But this 7-day trial group is going to be a really, really, really big help. So I also, want to talk to you guys a little bit about the welcome pack deal. We don't want to forego welcome packs. I know Amy talked about it as well, but this is a big deal from a strategy perspective. I have a video on my YouTube that I want you guys to look. If you're considering skipping welcome packs this month, I want you guys to go check out the video called Building a Legacy Business. You want a sustainable business that's built to explode in the long term. You want to build your business into a diamond team, right? Not into a team that hits gold right this month and then nothing else happens, right? You want to build a team that's going to hit gold and then senior gold and then ruby and so on. So take a look at that video. I'm not going to harp on it too much, but I really want you guys to honestly consider the fact that you can get your people commission qualified through this 7-day trial, and through getting them new customers and that kind of thing as well. So let me look at my notes. Also, as leaders on this team, I'm sure you guys have inactive ambassadors. This should not be the main focus of your month, but if you're going to do one power hour, just do one power hour that covers all of your white lines, where you're talking to 5 people every 15 minutes on the power hour. And I want you to focus that on your white lines just at the beginning of the month. Do that once, do that one time every single month, and that's going to help continue that conversation, continue that follow up with them, and continue that relationship to maybe possibly bring them back. But it is so much easier to bring new people into this business than it is to raise the dead, right? So I want you to just focus on that very, very briefly at the beginning of the month, and then let that kind of fall off and focus on recruiting from there on out. You guys, the bottom line right now is that this is a big team effort. If you are helping people get to silver and get to gold this month, you guys need to be coaching them, and you guys need to be holding their hands and holding them accountable. And maybe even if, figure out what works for you guys. But one of the things I love to do is checking in via Zoom every Monday with my people that are going to be running for this goal. So just even if it doesn't have to be one-on-one, just grab your group, get them in a Zoom and power hour with them, or see where they're at and powwow and figure out, okay, how was last week? Did you guys get all your contacts in? How is this going forward? So this month also, because you want to be holding their hand and helping them also, but I wanted to mention also on this call that this is the last month for the Leaders Retreat contest as well. So everybody on this call, you guys, you have the opportunity to achieve Leaders Retreat contest this month. Do not count yourself out, because this is about to be an extremely explosive month, and you're going to be so surprised at where you end at if you focus. And if you do this, we'll call it the first 30-day push, right? So this is the first kickoff, the first 30 days. We're going to get so many golds, so many silvers, and the recruiting numbers for this team are going to absolutely explode. So look at that Leaders Retreat contest. Figure out what you need to do to hit that as well, because that is also an aspect into this. So, but yeah, lock arms with everybody and make sure your goals are all centered around activity, not key measures. So activity needs to be where your goals are, and you need to set 2 to 3 activity goals for each week and really, really push to achieve them. So I think that's all I had for right now. Amy, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I think that's it. It's all about activity this month and not writing any goal off, especially Leaders Retreat.
Yep. All right, guys, so I am ready to kick this off and hit the ground running. I'm going to post that contest I mentioned for the 7-day challenge and get everything in there. We're going to have 2 power hours this month, as well as our regional coaches are having 1 power hour on the 8th that I'm going to post about when I get to a spot with better Wi-Fi. So I'll get all of that onto the team page here today, but you guys be watching out for that. And today is Follow-Up Friday. You guys can get off this call and host a power hour right now with yourself and contact and do all of your follow-ups. I always try and break it up into 15-minute increments, contact 5 people every 15 minutes. Get with it. Get with your leaders, get with your downline, get with your team, and figure out your plan. And you guys get running. This is going to be so fun and exciting. So, bye, guys.
Bye,
That's
guys.
all I